Chris Stewart back at Rush Chandler Stadium in Atlanta for BamaFever.com. A great day for Alabama baseball. The Crimson Tide, first of all, had to avoid elimination by knocking off Mercer. And in a good game, the Tide won by a final score of 5-3. And that set the table for a rematch with Georgia Tech. You'll remember the Ramblin' Wreck won 5-2 against Alabama in that winner's bracket game on Saturday. But Alabama had a fantastic start. After Adam Morgan got Georgia Tech 1-2-3 in the top of the first, Bama went 1-2-3 in the second, but it was one home run, two home runs, a third home run hit by the Tide in scoring 5 runs. Taylor Dugas really set the table, and it's not exactly to form to say that as he goes, so goes Alabama, but there's no question when he sets the table, sets the tempo, Alabama is so much better offensively, and he set the tempo in a different way tonight. He was first pitch swinging at a fastball and drove it over the right field wall. Alabama had a 1-0. There was all sorts of electricity and energy out of the Alabama dugout. Then after Josh Rutledge and Ross Wilson walked, Clay Jones struck out, but Jake Smith came up. He hit a home run in the first inning to drive those two in, and then one more for good measure. One batter later, John Kelton with a towering blast to right field. And that would really be about all that Adam Morgan would need. Another 2-run homer from Ross Wilson and an RBI single from Ross as well would provide an 8-1 final score for Alabama, as Morgan was sensational. He throws a complete game, 9-inning performance, allowing just 1 run on 5 hits from the Ramblin' Wreck. And Alabama and Georgia Tech will meet again on Monday night, 7 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Central, with airtime 5:55 on the radio side on the Crimson Tide Sports Network. As we tape this right now, don't know exactly who the starter will be for Alabama, but if I had to put money on it, I'd say left-hander Taylor Wolfe, who looked really good in retiring all 7 men that he faced in relief against Georgia Tech on Saturday night. He has experience starting in a championship game, even though he didn't have a great outing last week against LSU in the SEC tournament finale. He at least has been in that situation before. He's pitched here against Georgia Tech, so perhaps he'll be a little more comfortable, a little more confident. If you can get about 4 innings out of him. Nathan Kilcrease threw less than 100 innings on Friday against Elon in the first game. He is likely able to go 3 or 4 innings out of the bullpen for you, and then you try to turn it over to Jake Smith, and you hope that that formula, along with enough offense, can get you to a super regional. Alabama, Georgia Tech tomorrow night. We'll recap it once again from Rush Chandler Stadium here in Atlanta. I'm Chris Stewart for BamaFever.com.